Get started with our weight training class today. This one is going to be either seated or standing, up to you. All you need is some light weights. So grab a mat, a chair if you prefer, and we'll get started. Starting with our normal warm-up, we're going to move straight into our shoulders today. This one's going to be a lot of upper body work. Beautiful. Go the other way. And throw them in and out. Beautiful. Empty hand, just a few of those side bends. Loosen up through your side body. Beautiful. And then moving down into your elbows. And then go the other way. And then your wrists. And go the other way. All right, tapping side to side, working through your back just a little bit. Two more of these to each side. And then moving into your legs. If you're standing, do some nice big hip circles for me. Seated, you're just bopping your knees side to side. If you're standing, go the other way. Beautiful. And then moving down into your knees. If you're standing, start with bopping them in and out, just like this. If you're seated, you're just kicking those feet out, working through the knees a little bit. If everything's feeling good in your knees, add in some small circles in one direction. And then go the other way. If it's not feeling good in your knees, you don't have to do the circles. Beautiful. One more here. And then moving down into your ankles, pick one foot up and point and flex that toe. And then rotate the foot in one direction. And then the other. Beautiful. Set that one down, go to the other side, point and flex that toe. And then rotate in one direction. And go the other way. Perfect. All right, grab those weights. We're going to start with nice light weights. So I've only got my little ones here because we're going to do some challenging shoulder exercises today. We're going to start with a side bend plus a twist. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful. You got it. Nice and steady. overhead, and then crossing in front. Really working all the directions of the back here. You're more than halfway there. Ten seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right, moving from here into what I call shark fins. Now, we're going to do this one empty hand. You're just swinging your arms up, bringing your hands together, and reaching them as far towards your back as you can. Just like that. All right, here we go. Keeping the elbows in tight towards the ears, trying to bring your hands together and touch the spot between your shoulder blades. Seems like it's going to be really easy until you get a few in and you're like, oh, goodness, okay. This is a great one that you can do really anywhere because you don't need any equipment. So anytime you feel like getting a little extra stretch through your arms or your back, or you feel like working your shoulders and your triceps a little, this is a great way to do it. 20 seconds to go. Beautiful. And time. Nice. Shake those arms out. And then we're going to grab our light weights again. And we're going to start with one hand out to each side. We're going to do a rotator cuff stabilizer exercise. So you're going to curl in and over, bring it up by your head, go around your head, and roll back out. And then it's the same thing on the other side, turning the palm all the way over, rotate around your hand, and then come back out. 1 minute. Here we go. Do this one fairly slow so that you can figure out the best track for your shoulder and your elbow. If you have any history of shoulder problems, rotator cuff injuries, be super careful and slow and gentle. Maybe even do this one with no weights. It's great to help stabilize those muscles, but you have to find the right track for your body because everybody is different. Beautiful, you got it. $15 more seconds. Oh, I lied, 5 more seconds. And time, beautiful. Set those down for just a second, roll those shoulders out. Pay attention if you felt any pinching or tingling or anything, and change the track of that movement for the next round. All right, up next, we've got our Arnold press. So starting with the weights here above your shoulders, you're gonna press it up and then bring it in. 1 minute, here we go. Press it up and then bring those elbows in towards each other. Beautiful. Nice and steady. A lot of upper body, a lot of shoulders today. If you want to add a little lower body into this, do this one in a static squat. Just drop down into a light squat. Keep those legs fired up. Nice. $15 seconds to go here. You can do it. Almost there. And time. Nice. Set that down. Shake those arms out. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times again. Beautiful. And then this time, we're going to do our around the worlds, also known as an overhead lateral raise. So one arm comes all the way up, bending the elbow, and then the other one. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Now, if you're doing this standing and you want to add that extra lower body element, do a lateral step and a little side to side. So one and then the other. Trying to pick that knee up, work on a little balance. Beautiful, you got it. Almost there. And time. Perfect. All right, last one. We're putting the weights down for this one again. We're going to do a good morning with a lat squeeze. Now, a good morning looks a lot like a deadlift, except instead of looking down, you look up the whole time. So if you're doing a standing version, still nice flat back, but looking up and out ahead of you, raising your arms up instead of reaching toward your toes. When you come up, pull those arms back. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Yep, beautiful, just like that. 1 minute. Here we go. Really pull back on that lat squeeze, squeezing those shoulder blades together, working those back muscles. Doing this one in a standing position helps work that lower body as well, because you're getting that activation all through that posterior chain as you do your good morning. So really hinge at the hip and press back into it. Beautiful. Almost there. 15 seconds to go. You can do it. And time. Excellent. Woo. 1 round done, 2 to go. Go ahead and grab some water. All right, bringing it back in. Grabbing those light weights, going right back in to our side bend with our twist and reach. Here we go, 1 minute. Perfect. Following whatever track works for your shoulders and your elbows, keeping a soft bend the whole time. We're over halfway there already. Five more seconds. And time. Set those weights down. Give yourself just a second, and then we're back into that shark fin. 1 minute. Here we go. Hands come together. Reach to the small of your back. Not the small of your back, the space between your shoulder blades. You know what I mean. Nice. Keeping those elbows in nice and tight. Keeping the belly sucked in. Pulling your ribs in towards each other. Making sure you're keeping that core engaged. Halfway there. You got this. Keep breathing. And whether you speed up or slow down, it doesn't matter as long as you're still moving. Because all movement is good movement as long as it doesn't hurt. And time. Perfect. All right. Shake it out for just a second. Get all noodle armed. And then grab those weights or not, up to you, for that rotator cuff exercise. Now, if you found that this one made your shoulders crunch, try bringing your elbow forward a little bit more instead of straight out to the side. See if that works better for you. Here we go. And you may find that one side is different. I know on my left side, because I have a shoulder injury and a previous rotator repair, I can't bring my elbow back as far as I can on my right side. That's okay. I work with what my body is giving me to strengthen what I have. Halfway there. Beautiful. The rotational exercise here is what makes it so good for those little stabilizer muscles. This is another one you can do anywhere with or without weights. Almost there. And time. Beautiful. Set the weights down, shake everything out. And then we're into that Arnold press. So weights at the ready, 1 minute, here we go. Press it up, bring those elbows in together. They don't have to touch. If they do, that's great. But if they don't, that's also great. Either way, you're working the outside and back shoulder muscles. "30 seconds down, 30 to go. In case you're wondering why this is called the Arnold press, it's because Arnold Schwarzenegger came up with it in his bodybuilder days as one of the most perfect exercises to work all the parts of the shoulder. "5 seconds to go. And time. Whew, all right. Again, shake those arms out. And then we're back to those around the worlds with that side step if you like. Here we go. Even if you're seated, you can still add that side step in if you want a little extra lower body activation. Beautiful. And the harder you want to work, the higher you lift that knee. 15 seconds to go. You got it. And time. Beautiful. All right, set the weights to the side. And we're down to that good morning with the lat squeeze. Remember, flat back and then squeeze back as far as you can. 1 minute. Here we go. Nice and strong, reaching forward, looking ahead of you, really working your back here. You got it. Pause with that lat squeeze. See if you can feel those muscles engaging between your shoulder blades, pulling in as tight as you can. Perfect. Almost there. And time. Whew. That's the end of our second set. Grab some water. We have one set left to go. All right, bringing it back in, grabbing those weights or not. All of these exercises are ones that can be done empty hand. For that side bend and twist. Here we go. Perfect. Looking great. We're halfway there. Remember to keep breathing nice and smooth. Five seconds to go. And time. Excellent. All right. Weights down, coming into that shark fin. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful. Still keeping that belly tucked in nice and tight. Imagine the rib cage is pulling in and the belly button is sucking back towards the spine. Looking good. You're gonna have a little upper body movement, but you wanna keep it nice and stable and have it be as little as possible. Just your arms doing this action. 5 more seconds. And time. Perfect. Shake those arms out. And then we're back up to that rotator cuff exercise. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. Bring it up around the head and back down. Keeping that bend in the elbow. And it doesn't matter which way, if you go around the back of the head or around the front of the head, not really. You're still working the muscles in the shoulder, still flexing the rotator cuff there. So as long as you're making that circular motion, it really doesn't matter which direction. Try it both ways. See which way works best for you. Almost there. Three, two, one, and time. Beautiful. All right. Shaking those arms out and back to that Arnold press. This is a great one to drop into that static squat if you want to add a little extra work. Here we go. Beautiful. Nice and steady. More than halfway there already. I can definitely feel the work in my shoulders here. And time. Whew, all right. Working through the shoulders and then going straight into those around the worlds with the lateral step if you want to add it. 1 minute. Here we go. Beautiful. If you ever find that your hips are getting a little tight, this motion in a chair is actually a really great hip opener as well. Making that big circle coming out. You can do it standing too, but it's a great way to open up your hips a little. And time. Beautiful. All right, last one. The good morning with that lat squeeze. Here we go. Beautiful. Pull it back. Nice and strong. If your back is feeling good and you want an extra challenge, next time you do this one, add in a resistance band so that you're pulling the resistance band apart as you pull back for that wide row. That's essentially what this is. The lat squeeze is that wide row. 5 seconds to go, almost there. And time. Nice. All right. Shake those arms out. Beautiful. That is all 3 rounds. Grab some water and then we're going to do our final stretch. All right. For our final stretch today, we're definitely going to do some stretches on our shoulders. Bring your arms up and then fold forward as far as is comfortable for you, nice and gentle. Take a deep breath in. And then coming up a little bit, let your arms circle, hanging loose in their sockets, just nice and gently massaging out the rotator cuff a little. And then go the other way. Just small circles. No efforting, just letting everything relax. And then come up nice and slow. Roll your shoulders forward. Beautiful. And then we're going to do that again. Roll them forward. One more time. And then roll them backwards. Perfect. On this last one, let them kind of sink down. Whew. Let everything relax. And then you're going to take one arm, bring it across your body. Squeeze it in, keeping that shoulder down away from the chin. And then if it feels good, drop your ear over to one side. Take a nice deep breath here. And then maybe drop that ear over to the other side. One more breath. And then release. Go to the other arm. And then again, only if it feels good, drop the ear to one side. Back through the middle, drop it over to the other side. Take that deep breath. And come back to center and release. Stretching your arms back behind you, opening your heart, look just a little bit up towards the sky for a nice gentle back bend. And then bringing them forward, interlace the palms, flip them over and push, rounding through your back body. Stretching out that space between the shoulder blades that we worked a lot today. Beautiful. And then bringing those arms up overhead, still fingers interlaced. Lean to one side. And then to the other side. And then back to center and release. Fantastic job today. Thank you so much for coming to play with me. We'll do it again on Thursday.